Gold Rush producer Terrence Woods went missing 2 years ago. Family Needs answers a Gold Rush television producer went missing nearly 2 years ago. Now, the family of Terrence Woods wants to know what has happened to him. Right now, this is a cold case and no one has answers. That includes the production company, Raw TV Gold Rush. Dave Turin's Lost Mine producer Terrence Woods was only 27 years of age when he went missing on October 5, 2018. This is news to Gold Rush fans, as very little has been reported on this strange disappearance. Now, according to Deadline, his family has started a social media campaign. They want answers. There is very little known about this disappearance of the Maryland native in Idaho. But the social media campaign has been successful in bringing this story to light. Now, the family of Terrence Woods is asking Raw TV to share what they know about his disappearance. They are the producers of the Discovery show. The Woods are questioning a lot of small details that could lead to the disappearance of their son. For one thing, there seemed to be animosity with how Terrence was treated during shooting. Raw TV denies this. Yet, they are looking at the emails between Terrence and others at Raw TV. Although there are strong denials from Raw TV, the family still suspects that they are holding back information. Terrence Woods had a promising career. He was considered upbeat and very passionate about television. Prior to 2018, he spent 5 years in the UK working for Raw TV. His last job was researching. Then, he got a prime gig. He was going to work on a new Gold Rush spin-off, Dave Turin's Mine. They were filming for the first season of the show. So he moved back to his dad's place in Maryland and headed over to Idaho, where he was to film at an abandoned gold mine called Penman Mine. In this first season, Turin traveled around the whole country, helping owners of abandoned gold mines restore their mine and find gold. New from me. A young TV producer vanished without a trace while filming on the Gold Rush franchise for Discovery in Idaho. 2 years on, his family and friends are desperate for answers. This is the mysterious story of Terrence Woods. On the morning of the disappearance, Terrence texted his father that he was cutting his producer stint short. He did not offer an explanation. Then he said he was going to head out to see Mom, Valerie Woods, in Maryland. She had originally needed surgery, but had told Terrence that this was indefinitely postponed. At the set, Terrence Woods shocked his Gold Rush producing team. He dumped off his radio and ran down a steep cliff into a thick forest. No one saw him again. The sheriff's office and everyone on set searched for him. But there were no clues. Just 2 witnesses who saw him running. One was a local woman, the other, Simon G., who was an associate producer. Wood's father is quite skeptical about this information. He has questions, but no answers. This area is rough, with a lot of mines. But the lack of clues has the family very suspicious. They want answers. Now, Georgia Macchiatallo has several decades of writing experience, including travel writing, tech writing, art history analysis, and now entertainment writing. She loves to share the latest news on rom-coms and mysteries. Gold Rush producer Terrence Woods went missing 2 years ago. Family Needs answers it has been 2 years since Terrence Woods, a well-respected producer for the hit Discovery Channel show Gold Rush, went missing under mysterious circumstances while working on location in the rugged Alaskan wilderness. The case has baffled investigators, sparked national headlines, and left a family desperate for answers. What began as a routine day of filming for one of the most popular reality TV shows in America turned into a disappearance that has raised questions about what happened, why it happened, and what the producers and cast members knew, or didn't know. Terrence Woods was a key figure behind the scenes of Gold Rush, working as an integral part of the production team. His role involved ensuring the smooth running of the show, coordinating logistics, and managing the complex filming process in one of the harshest and most unforgiving environments in the world. Alaska's wilderness, famous for its awe-inspiring beauty, can also be deadly, with extreme weather conditions, remote locations, and wildlife posing constant threats. But for Woods, this was just another day on the job, a job he loved and had excelled at for years. On October 5, 2022, while filming on a remote set in the Alaskan backcountry, Woods vanished without a trace. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance have led to widespread speculation and a variety of theories, none of which have provided a definitive answer as to his whereabouts or fate. His family, especially his parents, are desperate for closure, pushing for authorities to continue investigating and uncover the truth. The last moments. Walking away from the set on the morning of October 5, 2022. A cameraman who was working with him reported that Woods seemed to be going about his usual duties, helping organize the production and ensuring the logistics ran smoothly. However, by the afternoon, Terrence had disappeared. What makes the disappearance even more perplexing is the absence of any obvious signs of foul play. The crew members reported no altercations, no strange behavior from Woods, and no unusual circumstances surrounding his departure. It was as if he had simply walked off and vanished. The search for him, launched immediately after he was reported missing, was extensive, involving local authorities, volunteers, and the show's own team, but it turned up nothing. What complicates matters further is that the area where Woods was last seen is not particularly secluded in terms of wilderness. It's an area frequently used for filming, with multiple access points and resources available. It's also not far from where crew members had been working. The terrain is tough, but not known for causing people to simply disappear without a trace. The search effort in the days following his disappearance, a massive search effort was mounted. Rescue teams, trackers, and search dogs scoured the dense forests, cold rivers, and rough terrain for any sign of Woods. Helicopters flew overhead, while divers searched nearby lakes and streams. The authorities even brought in search teams from other states, but despite their best efforts, no physical evidence was found. His personal belongings, such as his cell phone, wallet, and other personal effects, were never located. There was no trail to follow, and no clues as to where he had gone. The lack of evidence has left many in the investigation community scratching their heads. Typically, in cases of disappearances in remote areas, investigators expect to find some form of evidence, whether it's a footprint, a personal item, or even a sign of a struggle. But for Terrence Woods, the case has become a frustrating puzzle. His disappearance was all the more jarring because he had extensive wilderness survival experience, making it unlikely that he had simply wandered off without a plan or the ability to make it through such an environment. Despite the search's failure to turn up anything, the authorities did not rule out foul play. There were no witnesses to suggest that Woods had been abducted or harmed by another individual. But the idea that he could have simply vanished without any sign left behind raises more questions than answers. Family's heartache. Desperate for closure, Woods' family, especially his parents, have been deeply affected by his disappearance. Terrence was described as a loving son, a dedicated worker, and a passionate creator who was known for his sense of humor and adventurous spirit. His mother, in particular, has been vocal about her heartbreak, speaking out to the media on numerous occasions about her desire for answers. She often describes the intense emotional toll the missing case has taken on her and her family as they struggle to make sense of his disappearance. The family has called for a renewed investigation, expressing frustration over the seeming lack of progress from the authorities. They argue that, given Wood's high profile within the production industry, more should have been done to explore all possibilities and track down new leads. They are also perplexed by the lack of answers from the Gold Rush team and the production company, questioning why more wasn't done on their end to investigate his disappearance. The producers of Gold Rush have expressed sympathy for Wood's family, but have also kept a low profile when it comes to releasing statements about the incident. Some family members feel that the show's producers, while publicly expressing concern, have not done enough to push for further investigation into the disappearance. The show, with its immense popularity and high financial stakes, might be reluctant to make the details of Wood's case more public, fearing potential damage to the brand's image. Speculation and theories given the lack of evidence. Various theories have emerged about what might have happened to Woods. Some speculate that he could have become disoriented or injured while in the wilderness, although his experience and preparation make that scenario unlikely. Others have suggested that Woods might have intentionally walked away, possibly due to stress or personal issues. However, those who knew him best find it difficult to believe he would have left his family and job without a word. There are also those who have raised the possibility of foul play, though there is no evidence to suggest that anyone on set was involved in his disappearance. If foul play was involved, the question remains, why? What could have happened in those hours that led to his sudden and unexplained disappearance? Was it a tragic accident, a mental health crisis, or something far darker?